Bitch, for sure. Listen to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. I'm not Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And today we're going to talk about the motherfucking energies. Now, the energies that's going on today is we in heavy water, and ain't much going to change when the moon go into Leo in the next 8 or some hours, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you're still dealing with this moon being in Cancer. Now, the moon loves to be in Cancer, so it's at home here. It gets to relax here. So what does the moon represent? Connection, emotion, feelings, memory, vibration, vibes, energy signatures, and being able and knowing how to connect with it as far as the energy signature being played out and how is it being represented in this realm. You see what I'm saying? So the moon helps you play with your state of being. It helps you understand the awareness and the realm that you are experiencing and that we are all experiencing at the moment. So that's what the moon represents. Now, when you got the moon in Cancer, it's comfortable because it's at home here. It gets to do all that in the space that it originated that energy at. So it gets to feel home, and not only feel at home, give off the energy signature of home. So you're going to feel extra comfortable right now with whatever your state of being is. Like your original state of being, you're going to feel extra comfortable with that right now. And you're going to feel the necessary need to react or respond to any type of opposing energies. So when we talk about Cancer itself, this is cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of dealing with the emotions and feelings. So this is a person that anytime you're in a situation of initiating and creating, this is more of a masculine energy. So it's more of a pushing out energy. So for the most part, this is pushing out watery things, which is emotions and feelings. And when we talk about Cardinal likes to put out their vibe. So if they are around a vibe that doesn't match their vibe, then they would create some type of emotional standpoint to either escape that vibe or come up with some type of mood to try to reconstruct or change the vibe that they are in, based upon if they're trying to change a person, place, or thing, based upon how they feel about it. So they may express their emotions, which make them moody by default. Now, we're not talking about Cancers. Well, we are talking about Cancers in general, but we're just talking about what the moon have natural access to right now based upon the moon being in Cancer. So while the moon being in Cancer and all these other planets being in Scorpio, except Mars and Capricorn, right now we have can't fight the feeling. That's the theme right now. Can't fight the feeling. So you're reacting and responding to wanting to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to connect to something. Wanting to this is what you're reacting and responding to because the moon being in Cancer. It is forcing everybody to react and respond to things that make you feel comfortable. Now, just by nature, a lot of times, or by default, being at home make you feel comfortable. But a lot of times, your home's supposed to be within you, your inner temple, your inner building, your inner home, your inner church. So your heart space, that's your real home. So when you know how to gain emotional stability amongst yourself and you don't apply that onto people outside of you, then that's when you understand the real Cancer energy. But then you have a lot of Cancers who may be absorbed into other energies to the point that they leave their caring or their connection and they leave that on the support of the people that's outside of them. So when the people outside of them doesn't show that energy signature, this is what makes the Cancers moody or clingy or things of that nature. So we're dealing with a lot of energies with the moon. The moon, she's a bad bitch. You need to know that. The moon is a bad bitch. That is mama. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, when I'm talking like this, I'm not in any form or fashion disrespecting. This is just the best way of how to explain the energy signature is based upon the realm of reality that we are in. So, this is what we're forced to react and respond to, what's comfortable to us right now. And anytime we're really in a comfortable state, we're going to feel more good. We're going to feel way better than we felt any other time we had everything in our lap. Now, that's going to look like and it's going to be expressed like and be shown like in the way of Scorpio. So it's going to be shown in a very relatable way. So it's going to be shown in a way that's content, reserved, conservative, you know what I'm saying, strategic, and things of that nature. So the way people connect, the way people care, the way people show their emotions and feelings they're going to do it in not so much, well, like a secretive way, because but since water relates to water, just in their own different natures, Scorpio is fixed water, Cancer is cardinal water, you know what I'm saying? They still relate because they're in the same energy signature. They're just doing it in two different ways. So for the most part, it'll play out as a little bit more chaotic when the moon going to Leo. But for the most part right now, your true state of being, you're able to express that, but not express too much of that. So it don't come across as super moody. Everybody actually has a gift So their emotions and feelings don't go overboard as if all the planets were in extreme planets, like cardinal signs. You see what I'm saying? Or all Cancer. You're in a situation where you have the ability to get help. You're with someone who's in the same classroom as you. I'm talking to the moon. When I be talking about transits, I'm talking to the moon. You're dealing with someone who's in the same class as you, just have a different perspective. They may be a little bit more stubborn than you, and you may be a little bit more initiative. But for the most part, this is what y'all both are into. So it's a gift that y'all both have. Y'all both are able to get the same test done because y'all both handling the test from two different perspectives. So look at that when you're looking at the sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and then the moon. The moon is in a class with everybody it fucks with, everybody it resonate with. They just see it on a different level. They may see it in a more stubborn or sometimes consistent way, but for the most part, the moon see it in a more initiating, creative way. So it has help. So it's like a gift. You have a gift to not go fully exert it into this moon energy, because the moon is always our first awareness. So you need to understand that. So right now it's like can't fight the feeling. You can't fight your true feeling, but you're gonna have good manipulative or good kind of light ways to express it. AKA, you're not expressing what you truly feel, but you are expressing what you truly feel. See, because the moon is making you react to your state of being, but Scorpio, since it's more hidden, more sacred, it resonates with your state of being, but it just has a better way of presenting it. So you don't look as moody. So you don't be looked at as clingy. So you don't be looked at as emotional. You be looked at as, okay, people don't know what you're really up to, but they kind of feel the energy, so they know if they resonate with it or not. And that's the little gift of these two water signs right now, mixing, mingling with each other. So for the most part, can't fight the feeling. That's what's actually going on right now. And I'm going to go live tonight so we can go actually deeper into energies, because y'all going to have to know what's going to actually happen when the moon go into Leo. Because not much going to change but the way things look. See, because the moon and Scorpio, not the moon, but Leo and Scorpio has a lot in common, what people don't understand. And because they shared a lot of the same space as far as the astrological wars, and as far as the accumulation of stars, how stars get born out of these houses. And this is where we get into the spirit realm and spiritual warfare, spiritual sex and vortexes and energy signatures and stuff like that, before you see the shape and form that could play out as that character. Whether that shape and form is a gas, bacteria, molecule, particle, whatever you think it is, everything is stars. Bugs, animals, everything is a star on its frequency vibration. You know what I'm saying? So you need to understand that. So what makes a constellation is a group of stars, and it makes one body. So that's what you need to understand too. Overstand and understand and overstand. So when the moon go into Leo, this is going to cause a lot of people to react and respond to wanting to be seen now, wanting to be seen, wanting to be in favor, wanting to be liked, wanting to express. You know what I'm saying? So his plan is going to play out in the same energy signature as the moon being in Cancer right now, just not in. It's just, like I said, fire and water play out in two different ways. Like, they're the same right brain. It's just one is masculine, one is feminine. So when you talk about right brain energy, that's feelings going internal. So you have fire that it likes to show its feelings, express its feelings. It's expressive. It express the internal realm. It express its imaginations, its creativity, whether it come out as chaotic or not. Now, when we talk about water, that is the feminine side of the right brain. So when we talk about, that's going internal. So it soaks in and live in that world, live in that imagination. So it can play out as creativity also, but it can also play out as grudges or overexcitement. So for the most part, when you're looking at these two energies, they're both just dealing with feelings. They just both have their own way of feeling. One emotionalizes the feelings, and one shows the feelings, expresses the feelings. She wasn't supposed to go. Old ass. You know, but look, one expresses the feelings, shows the feelings. One hones in on the feeling, and sense the world of the feeling, the psyche of it. And one has the intention of the feeling, the expression of the feeling. Now, they interlock every now and then. When the water becomes too expressive, they become moody and clingy. You see what I'm saying? And when the fire becomes too submerged, it drowns itself and it becomes doubtful. It becomes without faith. It becomes, you know what I'm saying? It has no energy. It lacks. You see what I'm saying? So that's when a water lack energy, you know what I'm saying? A water lack emotions and feelings, it becomes stale or shallow. So if you're a water sign and you lack empathy, you lack emotions and feelings, you're gonna hear people call you shallow. And people around you who call you shallow, probably not even into astrology. But their spirit ain't gonna have no choice but to say things that their spirit is picking up on. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a fire sign that lack energy, lack gas, that's fire. You lack electricity. You lack spark. You know what I'm saying? You're going to find yourself being unseen. You're not going to be explosive. You're going to find yourself being unseen and your creativity not being seen or your creativity not being looked at as if it makes sense. Because that fire is burning everything down when it's accumulating with the third dimensional elements. So it's too chaotic. It's going to be looked like it don't make sense. So you a fire who lack gas, who lack electricity. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're a fire who's using too much gas, too much electricity, too much fire, too much flame, then a lot of times it's too bright. It's too bright. So you could be blind in your own ego. So keep that in mind too. You'll be blinded to your own ego, and then to the point that you have too much confidence, and the confidence is not even confidence anymore. It's just you being egotistical or narcissistic, and you wanting to be seen for everything. If you're utilizing too much water, that's too heavy. It's not shallow. It's too deep. So going too deep, sometimes you can't get a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Then when things get too deep, the more you go, the stronger you're down into your emotions and feelings, the stronger the belief, the stronger something could appear to be real or a realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? To the point that you will it into your life. So whatever you're believing in will become real to you. So, you know what I'm saying? If you have a spirit or entity teaching you certain things and you believe in these things, the stronger you use your belief ability, you'll will it and make it real into your life. Then find yourself having a whole long life of trying to explain to others why this is real, and whoever taught you why it's an overall realistic part of this realm of reality, why that's right. And you be forever damned and lost. So, you know, going too deep in the water is going too deep into the creativity, to the point that you get lost into it, to the point that you won't be seen. You know what I'm saying? You won't be seen. Going too much into the water, you will separate yourself from the world. The same way God separated the heavens from the waters, the air and the earth, you know what I'm saying, the platform. So, you know what I'm saying, you'll find yourself being secluded, being in the dark. Because that's, when you see in dark, that's all the colors in one. And that's things being faint. So that's the whole vibration as a whole. So that's why water appears to be transparent. It's clear. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be clear of any circumstance or situation. You won't be seen either. You'll be behind the scenes, secluded. You won't want to be seen. You won't want to be a part of no experience or anything of that nature, to the point that you become stale waters, and you'll become froze, to the point that you have no movement in life, aka no experience. And without no experiences, your spirit is not able to expand and contract. This is why when you freeze things at a temperature, when you freeze in water, this is why once it reaches a low degrees, it freezes. So it is no more experience, no more movement, because it's froze. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's this, everything is related to this world from a 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional level, and the 3rd dimension is after the fact. That's why everything in the 3rd dimension seems to make sense, but it don't make sense when you talk about it 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional wise, but you only can internally understand it. So for the most part, it'll be something like, damn, that's wisdom, but when I go to school, I can't bring that to school because it doesn't logically make sense. You see what I'm saying? We got to learn in this world how to mix and mingle these two worlds. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge ain't got no ledge. So if you wanna be a person who wanna receive forever knowledge, you just jumped off a cliff that ain't jumped off a ledge that ain't got no fall to it. But if you're a person with wisdom, you know how to jump off a ledge, but you know how to get back on another ledge so you don't be forever falling. And that's having wisdom. So when you seeing everybody else fall, you could have your bungee cord to help others, or to just look at everybody else fall while your ass jumped on a roof, waiting for that roof to collapse, for you could go get some more knowledge, so you could create another roof to stand on before that one collapsed. See, shit is real, man. Shit is really real. But yeah, man, flight boss, bitch, goddamn air.